Hello everyone, it's Megan, and today I'm going to be doing this video in this dinosaur onesie, because this video is extremely important to me because this is what I base a lot of my priorities around, and today I'm going to be talking about 18 of my most favorite intellectual and very stimulating documentaries. So, I'm going to start right off the bat to make this quick, concise, and very easy to follow. So, let's see. Okay, my first documentary is one of the most important documentaries that I found on the internet so far. It's Dementia Village. It's based on elders with dementia, and they base this entire town for people with dementia. They kind of create a fake world for people with dementia, and it's in Norway, and it's a form of healthcare system, and people with extremely severe dementia, they go there and they die there, but they are significantly more happy than living with dementia in more of a normal reality. It's hard to explain. You just have to go watch the documentary. It's 20 minutes. It's one of my favorite documentaries. I absolutely suggest it, hands down. Also, this has, I'm assuming, 1.5 million views on YouTube. It's the American Nomads documentary. It covers multiple different forms of homelessness in America through, like, oogles, freight train hoppers, old people who live in RVs, people who hitchhike, people who stay in tents. It just goes over an extremely wide variety and very large array of homelessness options in America. Most people in the documentary actually choose to be homeless, so I highly recommend watching that documentary. It's very liberal, very easy to understand. It's one of my personal favorites. That's why I put it more towards the top of the list. Okay, and then my third documentary is on Defcon. It's a hacking convention that takes place in Los Angeles, Vegas, and it is about the hacking industry, computer hacking, credit card hacking, just like extremely tech-savvy people who come together to this crazy con. And someone filmed a stunning documentary on the entire build-up and where Defcon is now, and I highly recommend that you watch this documentary, Defcon Hacking Convention. It's like my third favorite documentary. And then my fourth favorite, for the people who smoke pot. I don't really like to smoke weed, but this is for the people who really enjoy ganj. The Invisible World documentary. It's not that well known. I would say it maybe has 30,000 views on YouTube, but it's on particles, things that we can't see. It's on bacteria, it's on ice crystals forming, it's on things in slow motion, water droplets, and how they would look if the human eye saw things slower, faster, extremely up close. It really gives you a close look at things that you don't think about on a daily basis, and it's just so relaxing, and it just makes you take a step back, breathe, really enjoy the things that you have, and really it helps you have a nice base foundation on the world today, and it makes things more relaxing. Anyways, and so the fifth documentary, the Satanist Devil's Mass 1969 Anton LaVey Church of Satan documentary. It gives you a really fresh perspective on how Satanism was founded in 1969, and it shows documentaries and LaVey speaking, and it shows LaVey's house and some of the first original satanic black masses. It was filmed in '69, but it's in all color. It's absolutely gorgeous. They even interview his neighbors in there. It's a beautifully put together documentary. I would highly recommend it. And number 6 is How to Change the World. It's a Greenpeace documentary explaining how Greenpeace was founded in the early 70s. And it would take too much explanation to go into. It's a very lengthy documentary. It's kind of dry, but it's absolutely found. That one in particular really gets to me. It's absolutely gorgeous. The makeup, there's footage from the boat when Greenpeace was formed, the original synopsis of why Greenpeace became an environmental activist group, and it just gives you like a nice close look at the founding members of Greenpeace. It's absolutely lovely. And then Guys with Dolls. It's a documentary on guys with sex dolls who prefer doll lovers over live female lovers. It's very interesting. 8. Yeah, 8. Welcome to Leith. This one is on Netflix. This one is on a white supremacy town that this crazy white supremacist cult leader, he took over either some little tiny city in either North Dakota or South Dakota, and it's really gross and I hate it so much, but it's this guy trying to take over and turn this little tiny town into some white supremacist ran bullshit convention. It's just crazy. Alright, number 9, we have the Heaven's Gate documentary. It's a close look on how the bodies were arranged in the Heaven's Gate cult when they were found, the 39 bodies in San Diego exactly 10 years ago from 2017, which the year we are in right now. That's a really interesting documentary. It's the biggest mass suicide to happen on American soil. I would highly recommend that you would go and watch that one. And then for number 10, we have the Hated Gigi Allin and the Murder Junkies documentary. This one really focuses in on what happened to Gigi Allin, because Gigi Allin, someone slipped him 2 tabs of acid in a Dunkin' Donuts little donut hole, and then he lost it ever since. And it gives you a close look of Gigi Allin throwing his own feces at the crowd. It shows a close view of him throwing chairs, throwing girls by their hair, how disgusting and fuck Gigi Allin, borderline, I hate Gigi Allin, but it really gives you a close synopsis on how dirty and smelly the bastard was. And then number 11 is actually a series of documentaries, short series, very easy, very good for a nice little attention span like myself. The Norden series, it covers religion in Norway, the police in Norway, jails in Norway, marriage, many different things. It's a lot different than here in California. I would highly, highly recommend watching that series. Number 12 is the Party Monster shockumentary. It's an 80s rave documentary, tapping in on rave culture and when ecstasy was really in, and when trance music was evolving, and the underground scene was absolutely stunning. I wish I could have lived back then, and I wish I could have experienced that. But that's a really good look into that. And then for number 13, I have the Knoxville Body Farm. That is a farm in Knoxville. I'm not sure where Knoxville is, sorry. It's where they show multiple different bodies decomposing for scientific purposes. If you donate your body for science, you can put it in the Knoxville Body Farm, and they just leave it out to decompose, and they just film the bodies in different states of natural decomposition. Some bodies even look like plastic bags after a while. They turn black. It's very odd. That one was a little hard to watch for me, but it was really interesting. Number 14 was Knuckle 2011. That was filmed in 2011. That one is on Irish fist fighting in order to settle fights. It's newer. It's filmed in Ireland. It's very raw. It's very intense. People beat the shit out of each other in order to settle arguments between families. Even if they're in the same family, you watch these crazed drunken Irishmen just beat the shit out of each other. It's great. This one's a little weird. Number 15, we have Mein Leben in Schwarz. That is not pronounced correctly, but that one is a documentary on Goth culture in Germany, present day Goth culture, like real Goths. It's absolutely stunning. I would highly recommend that you would look into that. Number 16 is the Men in Black. That's a conspiracy that I believe in. I believe that the Men in Black are around. I believe that they're watching. I believe that there's aliens from other planets that function at like much more extreme rates than we do as humans, and I believe that they come here, and I believe that they take evidence and they I'm not going to tap into it because you guys already probably think I'm a little out there as it is, but that's something I believe in, and the Men in Black, the real Men in Black documentary really taps on that, and it really gives me the creeps every single time I watch it. Number 17, we are almost done. Escaping North Korea in 52. I am a huge avid fan on watching North Korea documentaries and anything on escaping North Korea, famine in North Korea, death rate in North Korea, male-female imbalance in North Korea, just all that fun jazz. This one is really great. It's really brutal, shows people getting shot when they try and cross the border, shows how fucked up Kim Jong-un is, and a wide variety of yada yada yada. And then to finish this up, I and concluding this with something a little bit more optimistic. This entire vlog has been extremely pessimistic, and most vlogs that I have interest in are extremely wary and gross and not fun. But the Rainbow Gathering documentary, it's on, I don't even really know where it takes place, but it takes place in the middle of a forest somewhere. It's like Woodstock Junior. It happens annually, and all these hippies come together, and it's just this absolutely gorgeous festival in the middle of nowhere, and everyone says I love you to each other, and it looks fantastic, and one day I aspire to go. So I'm sorry, this was really lengthy, but this is an extremely important video for me because this is something that I primarily focus a lot of my time on, not necessarily as of recent, but those are some of my absolutely most favorite stunning documentaries. Those are my points of interest, and I highly recommend, if you guys want to learn in a easy, perfect for someone with ADHD fashion, I would highly recommend that you would watch those documentaries, because you'd feel better if you did so. So anyways, thank you so much!